Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. On the visitor sideline, Washington head coach Dan Quinn. His guys still unblemished to start the year, a perfect 6-0 heading into this one. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can beat you a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They run once more with Edwards. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Noah Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. It's an ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 21 carries, 52 yards and a touchdown.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. The Cowboys at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. Here's Prescott. Finds Pickens out right. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll throw again. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll be brought down at the 27. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Prescott. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play as that'll lead to a second and goal.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Partner, are they going to cover him? That's 4 catches and the touchdown grab on that opening drive.
Well, what we're seeing so far, I believe, is their understanding that they want to go to him and often, but also they know they've got to move him around a little bit, get him into some different spots to continue to find open space to throw him the football. Otherwise, I just run 2 or 3 guys at him. They're doing a nice job of finding his way open, scheming him, as they like to say.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And Charles. To throw is Daniels. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. (7-7) our score after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the air goes Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he's going to use his legs here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for the 1st with Edwards. And Edwards trying to push forward, but unsuccessful. They stop him short of the marker. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. The Cowboys offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Now, how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally, you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case, they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Throwing, Prescott. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yardage, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
19 seconds.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. Daniels looking to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Throwing now is Daniels. This is caught. They'll still have a 3rd and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play. Edwards diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And now it's blocked. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Prescott now. Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Our journey through the NFL starts now, and it begins at Arrowhead. The Chiefs at home to take on the Raiders in the AFC West. And this is Xavier Worthy. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. Mark it down as a 65-yard touchdown catch. The Chiefs up their record to 5-2 as they get the victory here. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's the first-round draft pick, J.J. McCarthy. He had a heck of a game. This, one of 2 touchdown passes. He also ran for a score. The Vikings get the victory in the battle of unbeatens. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets taking on the Carolina Panthers. And it's Jonathan Brooks. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. The Panthers find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. There's a look at the rest of the scores from Week 7. Baltimore and Buffalo not pictured. They are on the bye. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season, currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Back to 50.
They go play action. Daniels. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, You got to understand, you cannot win the Super Bowl.
No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. Here's Tressway now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Result, this is going to be a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Completes this one to Pickens. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Prescott to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 17. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run forward with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. To throw is Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So here is Washington now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. That's Samuel caught left side. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
19 seconds.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. A quick throw here out to Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. In motion right, Debo. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Play action, now it's Daniels. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Debo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Able to slither by. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 2nd and goal, Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Well, we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Now a 2nd and 6.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
This now a 3rd and 4. Debo going in motion left.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On the counter, it's Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Edwards. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw is Daniels.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. It's caught inside the 20. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels.
His third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year.
And the Commanders are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Well, that late touchdown stretching their lead a bit further here in the fourth quarter, and Charles' undefeated team once again looking sharp in this ball game.
And how about what they've done on offense? Because prior to this game, we didn't expect this offense to play as well as what we've seen in this one. They decided to jump out there and jump up with the rest of the team and help preserve their undefeated status.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
Now Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down. Now Prescott. Well, this is caught by Williams. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
Left side to Lamb.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Here's Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Prescott yet again.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Fires a slant complete to Tolbert.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And they're going to speed things up here. Prescott now. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Prescott. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
3rd and 9 here.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
George Pickens
From 17 yards out. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
That's caught, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go. Rocco 80.
So it's the Commanders who come away with a win, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for the Commanders, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.